Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper Offersen and today we are talking about eyelash curlers. And this is the second video about eyelash curlers, and in the previous one, which you can see up here, I tested Tweezerman against the KEVYN AUCOIN one. And the KEVYN AUCOIN one is the very much spoken about or talked about, and therefore I wanted to test them against test that one against something else. So that would be the Tweezerman here, and there was the KEVYN AUCOIN one here. So again, as I said, you can see the video up here. But what I would like to do today is that I would like to test the KEVYN AUCOIN one against the other one, which is very much spoken about, and which is the one from Surratt. And it looks like this. And this is the very fancy box that it comes in. And looking at the price, I would expect something like a nice box that comes in. So yeah, we take this one off. So we are doing kind of like an unboxing, which some people really like. So it looks like this. Surratt says down here. And you open like that, and inside it you have this small, and what fell out here was just some extra of these rubber ones that you squeeze your eyelashes down onto. So we are opening this sachet. I think it's called a sachet. It's a small pouch. I think it's called a pouch. So we're opening it like this, and this black thing comes out, and I just left this thing on, but I will obviously take it off, which I can't really. I just leave it on. So now we have this metal. It's metal, so there's no plastic on it apart from the rubber thing, which is rubber, not plastic. Soft one here. And the thing about that, when you look at it and you compare it to the KEVYN AUCOIN one, is that you will see, which I can show you. Maybe you can see it, that the KEVYN AUCOIN one is kind of like it curves a bit more. So the trick about the Surratt one is that it should be able to get the eyelashes out in your outer corner, which I would say when I tested the KEVYN AUCOIN one, I was very happy with it, both because of the way that my fingers, well, and that is different from person to person, but it fit my fingers very well, and it opens up quite a lot, so it's easy to redo a curve if you would like to do that. So it's easier to get your curved lashes, or if you're having false lashes on, they are much easier to get in through there if you want to give them a bit more of a curve. So that is easier to use. And if we compare it, the Surratt one with the KEVYN AUCOIN one, if I turn it the other way around, you can better see how wide it opens. And I think still the KEVYN AUCOIN one opens up a little bit more. It's not a lot, but it's, oops, if I just squeeze them all the way, it is very much the same. It is very much the same. But if you compare it to something else like the Tweezerman one, which I have here, you will see that definitely the KEVYN AUCOIN one opens up much more. And if I take the Surratt one and compare that one, again you will see that the Surratt one is opening up a lot more as well. So the best thing about the Surratt one is that it curves not as much as the KEVYN AUCOIN one, and therefore you might think that, well, how is it supposed to get the eyelashes in the outer corner? But the trick is that you are actually, when you use it, you don't go straight in. You kind of like tilt it a little bit towards the outer corner, so not straight onto, but a little tilting inwards. So if you look at it like that, you would kind of like bend a little bit like that. So just to show you how it works without warming it up or anything like that, because I just, as soon as I bought it, I tried it out. As soon as I went to my car, I tried it out. I was quite surprised how well it actually worked. I was kind of like, okay, this is really good, but is it better than the KEVYN AUCOIN one? That's the question. So I will use this one on these lashes here, and I will use the KEVYN AUCOIN one on the other lashes. So But first I will just show you how I use it without warming it up. So here goes. And as I say, you kind of like tilt it, so I will force it inwards to this side here, because that way I will be able to get the outer lashes. And another thing is, I like to have a mirror which is a bit kind of like high up, because that is easier to curve your lashes. And then you can do this sort of a bit of pumping. So you do a little bit like that. That is supposed to not give you too strong a kink. So just like that. And if you look at it now, they are definitely a bit more curved now, and they are, I think, the outer lashes, the lashes at the outer corner, I think it gets them really well. And that was what surprised me the most, because I thought, okay, this is rather expensive, but is it worth it? So far, I think it is. And what I will show you now is that if I dip it into hot water, not boiling water, but just hot water, just for a little minute, and you just dry it. And as this is metal, it will pick up the heat, and you don't want them to be wet, because then that will relax your eyelashes. And then I do it again. I don't know if you can see my eyelashes, but I could turn it towards you and do a bit of pumping, but still keep the metal on the lashes, and that way they will last much longer, because it's a bit like if you are curling your hair. If you use warmth, the curl will last much longer, obviously, and that is completely the same trick that you do with your eyelashes this way when you are heating the eyelash curler up. So, but one thing I always find is that maybe if you are squeezing a little bit too hard, but just in general, I think no matter how hard or how little pressure I put on, always my lashes starts to tilt towards the nose. So I often find myself kind of like helping them a little bit along, so that they separate a bit nicer. And as I don't use a mascara, I might use a clear one, but I don't use a dark one, a colored one. But if you do that, then when you put it on, try and pull to the outer side, so towards the outer corner of your eyes, because that way you will force the eyelashes to bend more to that side. I don't know why it is, but it always seems like when you're using eyelash curlers, they have a tendency, at least on me, that the eyelashes will go towards the nose. So now, if we try and look at the KEVYN AUCOIN one, and just in order to make them look the same, I will heat them up, because you can see how they work without being heated up in the video up there. So just dip it into hot water for a little while. And then do the same thing. Maybe I think it's also the color. Like the KEVYN AUCOIN one is shiny, as you can see, like a mirror, but the other one is matte black, and it seems that, at least for me, it's easier to see the lashes on the black matte background than it is to see it on the shiny one. So again, as you can maybe see, that the eyelashes kind of like goes towards the nose. So I always, as I said, just help it a little bit along. But I would say, I feel that the eyelashes on this side here are curved much more than I see on the other side here. So there is also, I would say, there is obviously a difference between your eyelashes, because you're not symmetrical completely. And that means that it might be that you will find that one eyelash curler works best for one eye and another one works better for the other eye. So it's kind of like you might need two if you want perfection. and that is mainly more like for your own satisfaction, because I don't think that other people will notice. So now I have curved the eyelashes, so they are curled, and they are curled so much that when I open my eyes I can feel them up here. Yeah, I like that, and not to feel it, but I like them to be open. And when I look at it, I will definitely say that I prefer the Surratt one over the KEVYN AUCOIN one. Definitely. There's just something about the Surratt one. The price is not a positive thing, but I do find that this is better. I mean, this was fantastic as soon as I got it, but this is, in my opinion, better. It is better. It is satisfied that it is justified that it is so much spoken about. And if you look here, you can see that it doesn't curve as much as the KEVYN AUCOIN one. One thing I would say is that, but that's personally for me, my fingers go better in this one, whereas when I use this one, it kind of like, it's smaller. It's not a lot smaller, but it's a little bit smaller, and it makes my thumb hurt just there. That was one of the first things I noticed, basically. Apart from that, it took the outer lashes here way better than the other one did. So yeah, definitely I would recommend the Surratt one. I think it is more pricey. It's kind of like £10 more expensive than the KEVYN AUCOIN one, or maybe even more. So kind of like the KEVYN AUCOIN one was about the £20 mark, and this one is around the £30 mark. So that is quite a difference. So I wish that I had not bought this one, and instead to begin with had bought this one. But if I had bought this one for you guys, I would have bought the other one as well in order to make a test for you to see it. Yeah, so that's how I am. Sorry. So no, I would definitely recommend don't go shopping a lot for eyelash curlers. Just get this one to start with. I'm pretty sure that you will be quite happy with that. Yeah, this is not sponsored or anything like that. I bought this with my own money, so it's not that I'm paid to say anything of what I say. Definitely, yeah, I think this is way better. So this black one here is the Surratt one, and yes, it's a bit pricey, but I think it's worth it. If you would like me to see more of this make more of these sort of videos, and you'd like to see them, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all of those things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more videos that you hopefully would like to see. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.